As we near the end of 2024, what could be said of India's private equity ecosystem, which would only includes growth, private equity, buyouts, pipe, late and other stage companies. One report outlined that private equity activity between January 2024 and November 2024 recorded a total value of close to $31 billion across nearly 1,030 deals, which was close to a 25% increase in value and nearly a 20% rise in deal count, compared to about $25 billion across roughly 860 deals during the same period in 2023. What were 2024 top private equity investments as of November 30th, 2024? As expected, infrastructure investment is what it is at. A private equity firm like Brookfield seems to be looking into how infrastructure gets developed, be it with telecom through ATC or renewable energy through Leap Green. India was said to have been ranked 33 out of 39 in the 5G connectivity index for Q2 2024, but it is said that in areas like 5G revenue growth, affordability of data and video quality, India's ranked pretty high. So there is a lot for ATC to leverage to grow, which would benefit Brookfield, especially with the whole 5G rollout ambitions. The same could be said for Leap Green, since India has been deemed to be the world third largest consumer of electricity as well as the third largest renewable energy producer with about 40% of energy capacity installed in 2022 coming from renewable sources. A similar thought process might follow for GIC's investment in Sterlite Power and how the PE firm might look at how the infrastructure of its transmission could play some role in India's green energy equation. Maybe there is some outsized value in that. And while there was said to be deficit liquidity in India's banking system hitting all-time highs, NBFCs like Shriram, Aavas and Vastu seem to be still get funding from private equities. Maybe if there are liquidity constraints of traditional banks, or if they are not able to be focused lending in certain sectors, maybe that's why private equities might be going the NBFC route, especially if NBFCs could help MSMEs considered to be the backbone of India's economy that could turbocharge the economy. Plus, quick commerce is taking India by storm, so it might make sense why Zepto on the list. Typically, private equity might go for more mature firms, so Zepto ranking is interesting, but could it be that Zepto has demonstrated some solid PMF, even thought it's still in loss mode? Has it proven that's become established and the nature of its market that's cash intensive indicates the necessity of significant capital? With IT, there might be a notion that India's back office to the rest of the globe. That might sound like it has negative connotations, but maybe a place like Altimetric might be looking to capitalize on that. Who said digital services can't be high margin? And it said that India's healthcare innovation market could hit about $60 billion by 2028 from its $30 billion industry value in 2023, with pharma services said to lead the sector, followed by health tech. So that might make sense why KKR has backed Healthium Metric, which is said to export products to about 80 countries. If Healthium could produce or is producing good quality medical services and products, could that mean India might be seen as a global medtech hub? And if there are some prominent PE investment in renewable energy or medtech or housing finance, could there be some element of ESG still afoot? Even while it feels like ESG might be losing its power as it faces opposition and criticism in Western markets, could going sustainable be the pragmatic move that also happens to the some good? And how does this compare to 2023? Some large cap investment were present in 2023 with Manipal Hospital at around $2.4 billion, HDFC Credila at about $1.3 billion and Reliance Retail and Avada each at $1 billion in sectors that are deemed to be proven and scalable. Compare that to 2024 where there seem to have been more mid-market deals. While there maybe have been more funding into traditional healthcare infrastructure of enterprises like Manipal and Care, 2024 seems to have a pivot towards metric. Maybe the tangible benefits of AI may have bolstered that pivot. Does that mean overall there is venturing by PE firms into sectors that might be a bit young like e-commerce and metric? So what could 2025 look like for India's PE ecosystem? Will it invest in the disruptors or will it maintain its sight on sustainable, scalable and proven fundamentals? Thank you for watching.